Alright, so what we're going to do now is create our quick transition flop, and then we're going to create an iPhone in this video. So as you can see, we've done this third placeholder, and then we're going to create that flop again, just duplicate it, and create this nice looking iPhone. So let's go ahead and do that. First of all we need to do is, as you can see, this last placeholder, it comes on and it lands here about 19 seconds. So it's only got 1 second to play the video, so we need to actually make this composition bigger. So scene 3, we're going to do is composition and composition settings and make it to about, let's say 26 seconds to be sure. And the video is going to run for about 4 seconds or so, so go to about 23, just over 23 maybe, and then we want the transition to happen. So if we just close it up, what we need to do once we make the composition bigger, you'll see down here we need to actually drag it across so that it fills up that space, and we want to bring this scene 4 over to about there so that the transition can start then. And also what we need to do is make this final movie bigger as well. So let's go to composition settings and we'll make it to about 1 minute and 15. Whoops, 1 minute 15. Okay, great. So that our video will have enough space for us to add our iPhone animation and stuff. And we're going to bring this VNet over as well. Okay, cool. So now what we can do is come into scene 4 and we can go and duplicate that flop. So let's Control D and duplicate that, and we'll drop it into this composition. Now you can see we've got our flop here, and we'll come in and change that text. So let's go maybe get in touch today, something like that, and that's cool. And then after that drops off, we want to add in our iPhone. So let's just play this through quickly till it comes off. Okay, so we want to create our iPhone now, and then we'll add it onto here. So what we can do is go to composition, new composition, and call this one iPhone, and 1920 by 1080, and we'll make it just let's say 20 seconds max. Okay, cool. So now what we can do is create a background so I can see a bit better. Bring it up to red. Okay, so we're going to create an iPhone on this. I'll just lock this one in and hide that one down. Just help me when I'm editing this. So go to the rectangle tool, get the rounded rectangle tool, and draw out the shape of an iPhone. Something about like looking like that. Take off the stroke, and then what you want to do is call this one iPhone BK for back. Drop down rectangle 1 under contents, rectangle path 1, and roundness, bring it up a little bit. Actually, we'll make this color a dark color so we can actually see it, something like that. And let's go ahead and bring out the roundness a bit more. Okay, maybe something a bit more actually. Let's have a look. Maybe something like that. Let's have a look at this movie. Okay, it's quite round in that one. Yep, maybe something like 60. 60 is good. Now go grab the rectangle tool and click and draw out your screen. So let's see how it comes up from about there to there. Okay, so I got that in my mind. So about there, I guess, and down to about there. Okay, let's have a look at that. I'll bring it over a little bit, and I'll make this one white. Make it a little bit wider actually. Okay, so it's not too bad. I'll make this one a little bit longer as well, so it's scale, and take off the link and just drag it so it's a little bit longer. Maybe 104 for this. So just play around with it till you get your desired look of your iPhone. That's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to call this one screen. Whoops, screen. And then we'll go grab the button. Let's go make the button. So I'm going to come in here and draw up a button on this iPhone. So grab the circle or the ellipse tool and click and drag out a circle shape, and then place it about the middle. And we're going to grab a ramp for this one, so ramp for ramp. Place it on the shape layer. Grab the start of the ramp and place it there, and the end of the ramp and place it down here at the bottom. Make the start color a lighter grey, and then the last one quite a dark black kind of colour. Okay, it's looking quite good. You can also add in a bevel to that one, so if you click in effects and type in bevel alpha, you can actually drop in a bevel alpha and maybe make it about something like that. Let's have a look. Just if you like, might turn off the bevel actually. I think I'll just leave it like so. Looks quite good as it is. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'll quickly rename this button. And I'm going to go grab the rectangle tool, just the rectangle tool, not the rounded one, and click and draw out a square. And I'm going to take off the fill for this one, so click on fill and take it off. And then bring up the stroke to about 3 or so. Let's have a look at that. I'll bring up the resolution to full. Okay, cool. Looking quite good. And bring the rectangle 1 down, rectangle path 1, and make the roundness maybe 4. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so that's looking quite good. I'm happy with that. Maybe bring it down a little bit. Looking good, and call this one square. Okay, so that's looking quite good. And let's go bring it up here a bit. And we're going to make the microphone and the camera. So to create the microphone, just come over here and grab the rounded rectangle tool. Click and draw out a microphone kind of shape. Something like that. And then what we want to do is make sure you got to actually make sure the fill's on. So bring up the fill, maybe something like a grey colour, something like that. I'm going to take off the stroke. Okay, so it's good. And then add on this one, we're going to add on a bevel alpha. And we're also going to add on a noise. Okay, that's good. And the noise amount, just bring it up. Maybe something like 35, something like that. 36, that's fine. And let's have a look at that. So it's looking quite good. It looks like it's kind of 3D if I bring it across a bit more. And light angle, maybe something like that, 48. That looks good, so you can see it's kind of giving that angle there. Okay, so I'm happy with that one. What I'm going to do is grab the circle tool, the ellipse tool, and draw out. I'll just quickly rename this one as well as Mike. And I'll draw out the circle. So let's draw a little circle over here for the camera. Okay, and we'll give it a stroke of maybe something like a 1. And make that a kind of a lighter grey, I guess, something like that. And we'll make the fill a dark bluey, dark blue, kind of purpley, like something like that. And add the noise as well to this one as well. Bring it up as well, just to give it a slight more effect, so it doesn't look like it's just a shape. Something like that. 30 looks good. Okay, so that's looking not too bad. It's looking quite good. Great. I'll make that actually the background. I'll make it a little bit not so wide, not so long. So let's make it about 99%. Bring it in a bit. Not so wide, sorry, 90, 98. So just play around with it till you got your personal preference of your iPhone. That's looking quite good, and that looks cool. So great. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just quickly name this one Cam for camera, and I'll go to Scene 4, go to Project Panel, and we're going to drop in the iPhone on top of the flop. Cool. So now what we can do is I'll just remove the background. So if I remove that shy switch and delete that, so we can have just an iPhone there. And in the next video we're going to animate this iPhone and add on some screen glare as well in the following video. So we're nearly finished this whole tutorial, coming to the end of our video tutorial course, and jump on to the following video and we'll create the following pieces.